Hey everyone, my name's Abby and welcome to the Brown and Bougie podcast, where I'm keeping it raw, real and relatable. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Brown and Bougie podcast. So today I thought I will sort of address and talk about kind of the whole situation with Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what other way to describe it than what I just said. Essentially, Chris Rock was making a insulting joke about the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith, i.e. Will Smith's wife, had come to the Oscars bald because she basically told the world that she has alopecia and that's the reason why she was bald. So when Chris Rock made this joke, although it kind of started as this is really funny, Jada Smith was obviously not impressed at all, in which case Will Smith got up, walked up to the stage and slapped Chris Rock. In which case, Will Smith said something along the lines of, "Don't say my wife's name." And it's like, basically just said it like 2 or 3 times. So everything got a bit awkward. It's very like, some people are siding with Will Smith, some people are siding with Chris Rock, whatever it is. And I think I was reading this morning how actually Chris Rock's like sales for some upcoming show has like skyrocketed and things like that, in which case people found that humor that was insulting to be funny in a way that they're interested in someone who did that. So I'm not going to talk about what the actual details of it is and, what I think about it and things like that. But I think the one thing for me that really stood out was the way that Will Smith defended and basically had Jada's back. And I think, unfortunately, we live in a world where having someone's back is not something that you see regularly. It could be anyone. It could be a group of people. You could have someone's back in the sense of it could be your partner. It could be your friend. It could be your mum. It could be your dad. It could be a group of people. You could have the back of all women in the world. You could have the back of all people of color in the world. And it's about defending and being prepared and sort of willing to support and defend someone or a group of people. And I think it's something that is so rare nowadays. And like, I kind of want you to think, because it made me really think, when this whole I was thinking, I was like, would my husband get up in an awards show and walk up to someone and slap him? Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's, it has to always be a physical way to kind of have some back. It doesn't have to be physical at all. It could be very verbal, but it's about it really made me think, like, how many times have I done that to someone? How many times have I had someone's back and, defended them in a situation where actually, it's kind of hit a nerve that you feel like you need to support that person. It made me think about what I've done for other people, but also what other people have done for me. And I think sometimes, and I know I've touched base on this a lot, if you've been listening to me for a while, something I talk about is the importance of having really healthy relationships in your life. And the older people get, it's better to have 2 real friends than 10 fake ones. And we've all been through it. If you're listening to it, you've kind of grown up, like in your 20s or something like that, or you've passed your 20s or whatever, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single one of us have lost friends, been in like really difficult relationships, whether that be with, a partner or even our parents, family members, etc., etc. We've all experienced that. And actually, for me, I always say, like, in any relationship, I expect respect and I expect the ability for someone to defend me even when I'm not there. And I think that's also something that people struggle with. And I'll be honest with you, like, I try whenever I can to defend my friends, my family, my partner, whatever it is, in any situation I can. And I say I try my best in the sense that sometimes in a situation, right, and I don't know, it's one of those really hard things, right? Like, you can't always say something. Because I know one thing I always say with Tamil people, and like bringing it to how this affects our culture, I always find like, and again, I've touched base on this before, that actually, if I was to go and defend someone or even defend myself to a Tamil auntie who's basically like talking really badly about me or saying something about the way I look or the way I talk or whatever it is, I want to walk up to this auntie and be like, auntie, you have nothing to say, like, no offense, but look at you, like, like whatever it is. But I can't say that because I know what that community will do is go and start talking badly about my parents and will be like, oh, look at the way like her parents have brought her up. You know, she's talking back to her elders, blah, blah, blah. So in a situation like that, where I'm trying to defend myself, defend my parents, whatever it is, you end up putting yourself in a worse situation. So where's the point that you stop? Where's the point that you go, okay, do you know what? In this case, I'm not going to say anything, but I will tell this person that this happened, right? And the same way, like, you know, I've had like recent kind of experiences where people have spoken really badly about me to my own friends, yeah? And my friends have had my back even when I wasn't in that conversation. And for me, that's the vibe I want. That's the true friendship I want. And I think it's just like, you kind of have to reevaluate like what is important to you when it comes to friends, partners, family, whatever it is. Like, what does that relationship mean to you? And like, you know, like I said, for me, it's about having someone's back. Like, yeah, like what Will Smith did to Chris Rock, you know, that's obviously the physical version of it. But I definitely do respect him for standing up for his wife. And like, I know Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith have had their issues and, you know, they're all over social media and like, oh, they're having this marital problems and cheating and da da da, whatever it is. And, you know, put that aside. I think for me in that moment, that action of him defending her, I think that is something that I find really respectful. In that moment of time, I was like, you know, I do really feel like I respect Will Smith. So it's just about like, it feels like a small thing to defend someone and have someone's back. But I think it's such an important thing. And I always say to people around me, like, I will treat you the way I expect to be treated. You know, it's like a mirror. So, you know, like I will respect you and I expect respect back. I will trust you and I expect trust back. I will always have your back and I expect the same thing back, right? Like, it's just one of those things. So I just want you to sit and think and just have just a sort of reevaluation of the people around you, the relationships around you, the people that you bond with. You know, would someone in a situation where someone is basically talking really badly about you, would that person defend you? Would they have your back? Would they stand up for you when you're not even in the room? Or even if you are in the room, would they do the same thing? And none of us are perfect. And I don't think there's ever going to be a situation where every single person's going to have your back and stand up for you. But also, I was also thinking why that is as well. And like, that's why I was talking about how our community actually kind of like discourages indirectly, even maybe, like, you know, they really like suppress people who are trying to like support each other and things like that. And we should be living in a world where you support each other. You know, you support the women in your industry, you support the women in the world, the people of colour in the world. For me, I consider that to be having that group's back. And I think we all need to get to a point where we shouldn't be seeing each other as competition. We shouldn't be seeing each other as, oh yeah, like, I kind of want to put her down to bring myself up. It shouldn't be like that. And like, there's that quote, someone famous said it, and it's really bad, I don't remember it. But you know, when they say like, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And I think that's so important. Like, be kind to people, you know, support them and be respectful towards them. And it's something that we don't remember all the time, because it's not that we weren't brought up that way. It's just because it's not something this world prioritizes, and it should be something that we prioritize, you know, in a situation where, you know, you should be kind towards other people, you should be supporting them, respecting them, trusting them, and, you know, all these things like that. And actually, you know, we would be living in a much better world. But you're taught to sort of like not only defend yourself, but you should be defending other people in a situation where someone is bad mouthing someone else. So just something to think about. It was just a random thing that I was thinking, and I thought I'll share what I was thinking. And like I said, there's no real like message to this. It's more like I just wanted to prompt some thinking, because it made me really think watching that video at the Oscars. It just really made me think and sort of go, yeah, do you know what? Who does really have my back? Whose back do I really have? So I just thought I'll share that. It's important to respect each other. It's important to support each other. And it's also important to defend the people that you love. So as it was International Women's Day a few weeks ago, and also obviously really ties in with, you know, supporting each other, I thought I will do a song that is dedicated to all my women out there. So as part of my my Tune of the Day session, today's song is Bad Girls by MIA. For those who don't know, MIA she's Tamil. She's one of those people who represent our race so well. And I say that because I was actually talking to my mum about this actually, and I was saying to her like how there's so many Tamil people who are, you know, in the eyes of the media, and actually they could be basically representing and standing up and having the back of all the Tamil people in the world, like telling people about, there's Tamil people in the world and this is what we do and this is what we're good at and whatever it is. And I always think like MIA is one of those people who's so good at it. She makes me proud to be Tamil, so I love her stuff, love her work. I think she's great. She's so talented, so talented. In honor of all my women, especially the Tamil ones, shout out to you guys. Happy International Women's Day. Very belated, by the way, so apologies. Today's tune of the day is Bad Girls by MIA. Thanks again for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. To catch all the latest from me, you can follow me on Instagram at the Brown and Bougie Podcast. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.